What's up, guys? Jaythestingray back here again with another WTF review. This is going to be a review for Soul Man from 1986. And those of you that have not seen this movie, definitely go check it out. This is C. Thomas Howell vehicle back in the day, and this is directed by Steve Miner back before he was doing great stuff like the Day of the Dead remake. He had done Friday the 13th, Part 2 and Part 3, I believe. And he also did the movie House, which I'm a big fan of. And he also did Warlock, and then he pretty much transitioned into a bunch of crap. But once upon a time, Steve Miner was doing good stuff, and this is not necessarily one of them, but very odd flick. And I think it's an odd flick for a few different reasons. But stars C. Thomas Howell, Ray Don Chong, and Ari Gross as well. Also, I don't think of his name. James Earl Jones plays the professor in this movie. But what it is C. Thomas Howell plays this. He's like a rich kid, and he's getting ready to go to college. You know, he got accepted to this, prestigious university. I forget exactly which school it was, but him and his, also rich friend are, both planning on going to school at this place. And his parents decide to say, we're not going to pay for your college. You're going to have to pay your own way, whatever. And they're going to go on a trip or whatever. And he's like, okay, so he's got to find some way to go to this school he wants to go to. And, he goes all these different ways trying to get a scholarship. He can't get a loan because he doesn't really have any money. Everything he has is in his parents' name. So he decides he's going to try to get a scholarship that's for an African American person. And the way he does this is there's apparently some and this is the weird part of the movie, one of the weird parts. There's this drug that apparently turns your skin black, and that's what he does. He takes these pills, and they're like tanning pills, I think is what they are. So he takes a bunch of these, turns his skin kind of a dark color, and so then he goes and applies and gets it, and he goes to school and acting like a black guy this whole time, and then he meets another young African American lady played by Ray Don Chong, who turns out that she was actually up for the scholarship as well, and she didn't get it because he did. So, she's a single mother. You find out, she's got a young child, like 4 or 5 years old, and she's actually working in the cafeteria. And, wouldn't you know it, there's a love interest there. And there's James Earl Jones plays a professor that's like breaking his balls the whole time, and it all comes full circle at the end, as you can imagine. And he ends up learning, it's about race relations, because he gets treated kind of poorly by some of the other students. They're cracking racist jokes around him all the time. He eventually just knocks one of the dudes out. But, he learns that's not cool, and he also learns about, working for a living and having to work to get by, this and that. So, learning all these life lessons. And I just think the oddest thing about this movie is not only the drug that makes him turn black, but just the fact that somebody would want to make this movie. It's just an odd concept, and I just think it was in that perfect, 80s era where, a movie like this could work. And this was on heavy rotation on cable back in the late 80s, early 90s when I saw it. And when I rewatched this movie again, I actually really enjoyed the movie, but it was a lot of stuff that I had missed, a lot of the social commentary type things that I had missed when I was younger when I watched the film. But yeah, I definitely recommend this to you guys if you haven't seen it. But it's just an odd flick. You could and I could probably do just 80s movies on this series. Just talking about crazy ass 80s movies that were made, for one reason or another, that a movie like this would probably never get greenlit now because they're just sitting there saying, well, who's the target audience? This, that, and the other, and this doesn't test well, and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, it's, turns out C. Thomas Howell and Ray Don Chong actually got married, and they met on the set of this movie, and they eventually got married in real life. So another interesting fact about the movie. But it's Harvard is the school he was trying to go to. seeing it on IMDb now. But yeah, if you guys have seen this film, definitely let me know what you think. And perfect storm of odd shit in the 80s. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you next time. Peace.